Oh no.
Buttons have been clicked.
Hot.
Do you have one of these?
A comb? Yes, I do own a comb.
No, like one that you like. Just whoosh.
Oh no. I got
And I also have
as
a
a
little pocket
novelty
protector
gift
for it.
one year. What is it?
A little pocket protector for it too.
Oh, nice. As a novelty gift one year, I got my stepdad, who was completely bald at the time. Like he shaves everything every now and then. I got him a switchblade comb as a gag gift. So
Also, welcome back
welcome back.
to your weekly TIFU Digest. Has nothing to do with this, but
Nope.
A large majority of our viewership is ladies too. So I don't necessarily know. I mean, hey, look, I've watched The Greatest Showman. Ladies, if you rocking a beard, get you a beard comb. But dudes out there, get you a beard comb. Like something you can keep in your pocket. This thing comes in handy all the time.
I should probably get one at some point, but I just haven't really felt the need to. I know it's bad, but I do have like a travel plastic comb if I really need it. But I try not to put the plastic comb through the beard.
You know what's good for these, right? Or why these are good? Like wooden ones?
It, you had told me at one point, and I can't remember. I just remember plastic bad, wood good, or boar brush good.
Plastic's not bad. Plastic is good to like comb out your knots and whatnot. But this is good to like, because these are treated wood specifically to push oils through your beard.
Oh, okay. Well, I do that with the bristle brush anyway. Like I'll put some oil on that and like put that through there. So kind of same.
But like that like spreads it out well and like gets everything even, like especially the oils you accumulate throughout the day on your skin. So the more you know. Yeah. Yep. You know what else you should know? Into the AM. I did it again.
I was saying that one was a little bit of a stretch, but no, I'll give it to you.
Oh, fuck you. Okay. You know, hey, look, y'all know what it is. If you're new here, you've never heard this before, but if you're returning, you know exactly what it is. It's Into the AM. It's shirts like this. A little graphic tee, baby. You know what I'm saying? I had to rock out this one today. The hats like that, exactly. I had to bring out the mill greens, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good one. Should save that for tomorrow though, since it's St. Patty's Day for us.
I got like 5 of them, dude.
Yeah, true.
My whole closet's Into the AM, and yours could be too. If you go to the link in the description or in the pinned comment, intotheam.com/lousy. I'm on it with the segues right now, baby. God. But yes, go to the link in the pinned comment or the description. Check out intotheam.com/lousy. And when you get there, there's a little treat. Sam, what is it?
Yeah, we got a little treat for you. If you go and find some stuff, put it all in your cart, go into that little coupon gift card area, put in the code LOUSY, you'll get 10% off on top of whatever sales they're running right now, which is awesome because you can save a lot of money. Just, they have like bundle packs, they have flash sales, they have anniversary sales. They're probably having like a St. Patty's Day sale or something. I don't know. Like, just always something, but it's 10% on top of whatever sale they're running. So again, that is code LOUSY, LOUSY at checkout.
Actually, I can tell you right now. Let's see.
We were very clearly so prepared for this segment.
well, no. So Alex sent me an email.
Oh. He's like, we dropped you.
No. There is a March campaign coming up. It's end of March campaign. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. The one thing I had to check was, could we say it yet? Because I just got this email.
Oh, okay.
So I had to check to see if we could say it yet. We can't. So you need to check back, like throughout the weekend and such, to make sure you get on that. So with that said, right now they are running some dope deals. Go check it out. intotheam.com/lousy. Again, intotheam.com/lousy. Links in the description and the pinned comment. And also, I will stand on all 10 toes every episode and say this because it must be said, it must be done. People need to know the truth. Fuck honey. Uninstall that shit. Help out your favorite creators by not fucking them over and having honey steal their commissions. Because y'all know it helps keep the lights on, right? We love the brand. We would never sell anything that we don't like. But honey just takes all the commissions from all the creators that work with them, or excuse me, that don't work with them, rather. Takes all the commissions from all the creators who you go to buy stuff from their websites. Fuck honey.
Fuck honey.
But today, it is the weekly TIFU Digest. Also, Sam.
Yeah.
I have to do my due diligence here. Today, as of recording this, is March 16th.
Yep.
I have to ask for the lousy listeners. When's the jingle coming?
Fuck. The piano's still in the garage. Still got to go get that out. But I will. All right, I'll make a commitment today because it has been a long time and I have been putting it off. By the end of April, we will have a jingle.
By the end of April. Okay, y'all heard it here first.
Mark that now.
Y'all heard it here first. All right, I want all of you in the comments right now, especially all the lousy listeners, the diehards. I need y'all to put in the comments right now, end of April or else.
Yeah, what would the or else be? Like,
I don't know. Hey, look, you go talk to them. I'm not here for this conversation.
let us know down in the comments.
I'm not here for this.
So yeah, please thank you for your patience. Sorry I've put it off, but I will go and get the piano and start working on things. I'll try to go out in the garage tomorrow. I've been meaning to go out and get some things anyway, so
I could even lay a nasty little like bass lick on it too.
Yeah. I'm counting on that.
Okay, perfect. Well, there you go. There you have it. But we're going to jump right in. Y'all already know what it is. Every Thursday, 4 stories keyed up for y'all. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I did that because fuck it.
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. See? I like it.
It points up.
I thought I had an important text come through because whenever I see my phone light up like that, it's usually meaning we have to cut for a moment. We don't. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start off. Top 4 stories of the week. I get to read to you first. Let's jump in. Today I fucked up by reading a label wrong and destroying my health.
Uh-oh.
This last week, I've been trying to get healthier and change my habits since lately I've been putting on weight and not feeling very well. So I figured some changes were in order. I quit alcohol and weed cold turkey, and ever since then, I've been craving something relaxing in the evening after a long day. So I went to my local vegan supermarket to try and find something that might help. In the supplement section,
That's the first problem. You went to a vegan supermarket.
Yeah. In the supplement section, I found this stuff called Calm, a magnesium supplement that helps you sleep and apparently is relaxing. Sounds good, right? Well, it would be if I wasn't such a fucking idiot. The first night I mixed it up with some water and it fizzed quite a bit, but it was pretty tasty and went down easy and was actually quite relaxing. The next morning I woke up and didn't exactly feel the greatest, but I figured it was just poor sleep from quitting weed until I had some breakfast and things started to go downhill fast. Massive diarrhea, uncontrollable and demonic, just absolutely racked me all day. You might think this is where I started to realize my mistake, but you'd be wrong. I figured it was just me being lactose intolerant and chalked it up to a bad diet. Second day rolls around, same thing, except now I'm nauseous and lethargic, waking up feeling like I'm hungover, and it's hard to think. Lifting my tools at work isn't the easiest either, but again, I just chalk it up to poor sleep from quitting weed so suddenly. Day 3, I mixed it together, and decided to read the label a little closer since I noticed I'm using it up pretty quickly. The realization hits. You're supposed to start with half a teaspoon and work your way up to 2 teaspoons over time. I immediately started with 2 tablespoons since I hastily read the label the first night. Looks like I'll be skipping this the next week or so I can flush all the magnesium out of my system. TLDR, thought it was tablespoons instead of teaspoons and ended up consuming 3 grams of magnesium in 1 weekend.
Damn. That's a lot. That is a lot. Don't they give you don't you take magnesium to help shit too? Like that's probably why he's shitting so much.
Magnesium's good for your
Like,
hydration.
I think it's like magnesium citrate or something like that. It's like a
Oh yes, magnesium citrate is it is a liquid that you can purchase to essentially clean you out. Yes.
So I'm assuming magnesium has something to do with that. It's not just the citrate,
100%.
right? So
Yeah, 100%.
damn. Yeah. Read the label whenever you're taking something.
I mean, here's the thing, and I'm no specialist. We're no nutritionists around here.
No.
But there's one thing I learned in my time of my immense, extremely healthy time of my life, which was my mid to late 20s. There's nothing wrong with cleaning yourself out. Getting rid of those toxins is very smart. Your body's naturally going to do it when you start eating clean anyways. However, what this motherfucker did was stuck a pressure washer hose down his throat and said, get it, or their throat, I should say. We don't know if he, she, or they, them. It doesn't matter. Their throat, and was just like, like, and blasted out their back end. Don't do that.
No, man was trying to take off up to fucking outer space. Just the pressure coming out of him.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's fuck up. That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
First comment here. Magnesium is what they give you to blow your asshole out before a colonoscopy. LOL. You'll be fine. Okay, so apparently it is.
I just thought of a TikTok that I haven't seen in an ungodly long time, but it's sitting in my brain right now. It's when you fuck up. It's when you fuck up and you take. I'll get it out in a second.
Eventually.
It's when you fuck up and you you take magnesium citrate and melatonin. And like the story along the lines, yeah. The clip was like this guy going, no, and you see him crawling, like first person view crawling for the bathroom. He's no. If I can find it, dude, I'll send it to you.
Please do.
if I can find this and we can clip it and post it in this episode for this, oh my god,
that's your homework.
That's my homework. Oh, it's such a good one.
I also like that first comment came from user Poop Spoon.
Not to be mixed with poop knife.
No.
If you know, you know. Fuck, oh my god, look at the gif on the second comment.
Golden blow.
Oh, just wait. It gets better. It gets better. Oh my god.
Why is it a pyramid of fucking chili?
No, it's all cereals.
Oh, is it all cereal? Okay.
Yeah. I do have to agree with the third comment, though. You should probably have poison control's number saved somewhere before you adopt any other new health habits. Yeah.
I think that should just be like all phones should have like super emergency contacts just automatically plugged in like that. You know, just like poison control, you know, of course, like 911, but, you know, any like your gas line stuff, like,
yeah,
anything like that. But
I completely agree. I completely agree. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to this shitty situation.
From this shitty situation. Yeah. All right. You're up, buddy. Go ahead.
All right. Number 3 for the week. Today I fucked up by sleeping with my girlfriend, got blackmailed into marriage, and had the worst honeymoon of my life. I, now 26 male, come from a Middle Eastern country where sex before marriage is a huge deal. If you get caught, it could literally mean death. That doesn't mean people don't do it, but because of the cultural obsession with virginity, almost all of it is anal, so it doesn't count, quote unquote. It was his reaction.
So happy I put my cup down.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. A couple of years ago, I met this beautiful girl, then 26 female, online. We hit it off right away, had a ton in common, and after a couple of weeks of talking, she asked me out. Things were great. We made it official, went on dates, and any chance we got, we fooled around. Always the loophole route, of course. But we both really wanted to go all the way. The problem, in my culture, once a woman loses her virginity, she's locked in. Either we get married, or she has to go through an actual surgery to quote unquote restore it. I wasn't ready for marriage, and I didn't want to trap her in that situation, so I kept saying no. She kept pushing, begging, telling me she didn't care. She just wanted to be she wanted me to be the first. I still resisted until one morning when she came over to my apartment super early, woke me up in a way I couldn't resist, and I gave in. We did it. Biggest mistake of my life. That day changed everything. Suddenly, she became controlling as hell, picking fights over the dumbest things. Me seeing friends, visiting family, literally anything that didn't involve her. I tolerated it for a while, but after a few months, I was exhausted. The final straw? I went to visit my family in another city for 2 nights. She lost her mind. When I told her I was done, she threatened to tell everyone what happened. And in my culture, that's not just petty revenge, it could ruin both our lives. For a whole year, I was stuck. Every time I tried to leave, the threats came back. Eventually, I gave up and said, fine, let's get married and get this over with. But even on the day our families were supposed to meet, she started losing her mind over some stupid fight. And the threats started again. That was it. I snapped. I called her family, called my family, and exposed everything. The fallout was nuclear. She was broken, but at that point, there was no way out. The shame was public, so we had to get married. I figured, well, she has nothing left to hold over me. Maybe things will be different now. Wrong. We went to Bali for our shitty moon, and it was the worst vacation of my life. She picked fights every single day. The moment we got back after one last fight, I drove her straight to her parents' house, called a lawyer, paid her some money to make things go away, and ended that nightmare for good. The only good decision I made was putting my house under my mom's name before we got married, so she couldn't try to claim it or make the divorce harder. And that's how one morning of weakness got me blackmailed into a marriage, forced me through the worst honeymoon ever, and left me paying to escape. Moral of the story, never let your dick make decisions for you. And then the TLDR, I'm not going to read that. Yep. Damn. So worth it? No, I'm just kidding.
This reminds me of an old adage. My dick has taken me places my mind would have never thought to go.
That is a good one.
I look. Yikes.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Like it is wild to think about the cultural differences when it comes to sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is. And because the moment at the beginning there when saying like it could literally mean death, like yeah, like there's cultures where that is, you do not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy to think about, but like fuck, like I don't know, man. I would have the moment, especially if you're not ready for that. Because that, like, I'm assuming based on I mean, this individual's 26 now.
Yeah.
So that means that this had to have been early mid 20s, right?
Oh yeah, he said a couple of years ago. So I'm assuming 2 to 3, give or take.
Let's say 23, 24. This is happening, right? Let's all be adults here for a second and realize something. You're horny as fuck all the time. Hormones are raging. You're gonna make some decisions you didn't think you were gonna make before. But the moment, especially if you're not comfortable with that shit, man, like if you're not comfortable with the next step in that, back the fuck out.
Yep.
Like pull out, no pun intended. Like you need to like we've said this time and time again, dude. This is one of those moments, man, where I mean and we all know when he said a morning when I couldn't really fight back, like we've all seen that. Like, you wake up, have a sleep, your partner's like, like it happens. But
yep.
Fuck, dude, like I feel bad for you. That's fucked.
I'm glad he was able to get out of it. Unfortunately, it was a nuclear option, but li- almost literally, he had to blow up his whole fucking life to deal with that. And
can I just say, there's times when we read these stories, and it really, like, there's moments. You and I have had conversations before. Hell, as a matter of fact, after this week, dude, you and I, like, just add it to the laundry list of conversations you and I have had. Yep. But I read stories like this with you, and I just go like, man, why was I even fucking mad an hour ago? Like,
yeah, really puts it in perspective. Like, like the bullshit we get upset about is usually just bullshit,
Oh,
like,
100%.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This guy literally had to turn his whole fucking life upside down to get out of a mistake. Like, it's unfortunate that it came to that, but
I had to read the first comment. Makes a lot of sense. So you have to get married, but then can get a divorce? The next comment down. The sanctity of marriage endures for a week.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, should they adopt some of, like, the Mormon loopholes, like they said anals on that one, but
look at the second comment.
Silence, brain, the penis is the penis.
I'm saving that, dude. I'm saving that right now. Oh my god.
That's a good one.
Oh shit. Oh damn, that's solid. Let me grab that real quick. Yeah. Yoink. Whew. Man, top tier memes. Holy shit. And then, of course, the comment underneath, the OP's ex-wife, Taylor Swift, losing her fucking mind. Like, I can't look at the third comment. Oh, this is getting good. Look, dude.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Becomes a 30-minute meme review.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, OP. Hope the future's better, bro. Like,
hey, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button while you're here and join the Lousy Listeners. And also, click the join button. For $2.99 a month, you can become a Lousy member where you can get some awesome perks, cool emotes, and interact with Sam and I. Also, click the link to join our Discord and have fun with all the other Lousy Listeners. Let's get back to the video.
Woo! All right. Number 2 on the week. Let's keep this fucking train rolling. Today I fucked up by eating a pancake that went bad in my car and discovering I had cancer. Holy shit.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
What the fuck?
TIFU's not normally this deep. Holy shit.
Oh my god. I'm at that point where I can't stop laughing, but my brain's like, should you be laughing right now?
Sometimes you just have to laugh at life.
Oh my god. Life and laugh. Okay. Obligatory. This happened back in June of last year. So yeah, title pretty much sums it up. I live in Texas. Hey. And it was a hot summer day. And like the absolute genius I am, I left 2 pancakes in my car. It must have been there from 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. So as I was doing quite a bit of errands and shopping, long enough that it basically slow cooked itself in the sweltering heat. Yeah, those are no longer pancakes. Those are cookies now. Now, instead of throwing it away like a normal person, my dumbass thought, hey, this is fine, right? I ate one of the pancakes when I got home and put the other in the fridge. Next morning, I felt a little off, but hey, it is what it is. I pulled the leftover pancake from the fridge, took a bite, and realized it tasted a little funny. I chalked it up to bad fridge taste. I went out with family to a buffet and felt kind of off, a little confused, and not very hungry. I drank a lot of Sprite and ate some shrimp, but felt like I got hit by a truck. A few hours later, right before bed, my body was like, we're going to make you regret every decision you've ever made. I got hit with the worst fever, chills, and pain imaginable. You know, when you feel so bloated, you know you need to throw up to feel better. I struggled to get comfortable in bed and it hit me. I need to throw up like right now. I made it to the bathroom just in time to throw up a pink sludge. Oh, perfect. I thought I could just go back to bed at this point, but nope. I must have thrown up at least 8 times. My throat was absolutely raw at this point. It was 2 in the morning. I had worked in a few hours, but I had a feeling I had this feeling where I just felt like I was dreaming and I was pretty confused. I let my family know, hey, I think I need to go to urgent care. Turns out I had severe sepsis. Ended up being moved to the hospital where they kept me for a week, hooked up to IV antibiotics, feeling like death itself. While they were running a bunch of tests and scans, the doctors were like, hey, you've got cysts on both ovaries. Might want to check that out. But wait, there's more. During the scans, they also found a weird lytic bone lesion on my hip and femur. More tests, more scans, and surprise, I had multiple myeloma is I believe how you pronounce that. And those ovarian cysts, long story short, surgery happened this past week and I lost both my ovaries. Oof. Turns out those cysts weren't just cysts, they were teratomas, aka creepy tumor babies that had hair sizes of lemons, both of them. So to recap, my incredibly dumb decision to eat a sun-baked pancake somehow led to finding out I had 2 ovarian monsters and cancer. If I hadn't gotten sepsis and ended up in the hospital, I wouldn't have known until way later and things could have been much worse. So in the most messed up way possible, that stupid pancake might have actually saved my life.
Damn.
TLDR, ate a pancake that's slow cooked in my car, got severe sepsis, lost both ovaries to teratomas, and accidentally discovered I had bone marrow cancer. Edit, some clarification because I didn't word this correctly. Lol. The pancakes were, well, I'm not worried about the pancakes at this point. The pancakes were from a restaurant I went to that morning. I asked for a to-go plastic box and I placed that box in the back seat and just left it there while I ran errands. I suspect it was the pancakes and not the shrimp because by the time I was feeling super sick, it had to have been 25 hours since having the pancake and maybe an hour after the shrimp. Plus, my brother gave the extra pancake to our dog, who subsequently had violent Hershey squirts and had to be taken to the vet because she wouldn't eat. She got better after antibiotics. I think the pancakes hit hard because of the underlying undiagnosed cancer that lowered my immune system. Plus, I had to take Zofran, an anti-nausea medicine that would keep me from throwing up, and a lot of Pepto-Bismol. So my body couldn't get rid of the pancake until the next night after the Zofran had already worn off. I'm a little smooth-brained. I know you're not supposed to. I know you're not supposed to eat food after it's been sitting out, but I had a moment of weakness. The pancake was so good at the restaurant.
Damn.
I would like to echo the sentiment you stated roughly about 5 minutes ago. TIFU ain't ever this fucking deep.
No. But I mean, this ended up being like the best kind of situation it could have been, that like that bullshit caused her to find all this stuff out. So like, you know, because otherwise, you know, she might have just kept on going, never had any other checks done. And then one day, like, just it decides to rear its ugly head. So this might be for the best. Hopefully OP is okay in the future and is able to get the cancer kind of chill the fuck out. But
dude, what are teratomas? I've got to see this. Hold up.
They are gross. I'm not going to pull them up on my end because
no, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah. It's really fucking gross.
Oh my.
Like I said, I'm not putting it on here, but if you want to look it up on your own, just warning, that shit is gross.
Oh no. I wish I hadn't looked that up now. You can't unsee that. You can't unsee that.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah. First comment here says, yeah, you're damn lucky you went to a hospital and they discovered all the things wrong with you. So yeah. OP
Uh-huh.
actually responded to that, said the funny thing was I had been complaining to my doctors for over a year prior to all this that I had been feeling sick. I've been losing weight and constantly tired, but I got told to have a healthier lifestyle. Absolutely grateful to that damn pancake, but still can't look at a shrimp without getting queasy. It's always that last thing you eat right before you throw up that you have to like kind of distance yourself. So not always the thing that causes it, but like
We just talked about the white monster. Remember?
yep. Mm-hmm.
We just talked about that, what, like not a week or two ago? Like, I feel you. Next comment down, r/failed successfully, I guess. Also, sorry you had to deal with all of that. My sister had ovarian and uterus problems from a young age and now doesn't have any reproductive organs because of it. Yeah, that like let's talk about the severity of that for a second. A pancake changed your fucking life. Like, that's the part I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like,
Yeah.
again, I would like to point out it is, and this is not taken away from the story, but there's moments like this where I go, why was I mad an hour ago? Shit like this puts stuff in perspective, man.
Mm-hmm.
TIFU didn't need to be this fucking deep this week, bro.
Sometimes TIFU is exactly what you need it to be. Or sometimes pancakes are exactly what you need it to be.
And that's why
Yeah.
we do this for you.
And for us, apparently.
All right, you ready for the last one, buddy?
Yeah, let's do this last one. Hopefully it's a little bit more upbeat.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Because it's a big one. All right, number one story for the week. Today I fucked up by giving my youngest son advice on happy relationships and causing my oldest son's girlfriend to dump him. Not off to a good start here. Let's see. First, I would like to say that this actually happened on my youngest son's birthday, but today is the day my oldest son confronted me, so here's what happened. After the cake and presents, my youngest son and I were chatting. He is a young teenager, and now that my wife and I feel he is old enough and mature enough, we gave him permission to begin dating. He wanted advice on his future relationships. His mom and I almost never fight, and apparently it was noticeable enough that he asked about it. The conversation began by talking, about learning to respect your partner, etc. I can't remember everything I said, but here are some of the highlights. Always be ready and willing to say you're sorry, even when you think you're right. Never dismiss your girlfriend's feelings. They are valid, even if you don't understand them. Communicate, communicate, communicate. If something is bothering you and you don't tell your significant other, you're only hurting yourself. Listen when she is trying to tell you something, no matter how much you don't want to hear it. Put the game controller down and mute the TV whenever she wants your attention. End every conversation with the sign of your affection, and if you won't see her for a few hours, give her a hug, a kiss, or both every time. Throughout the day, randomly, tell her you're thinking about her, you care about her, or you love her, and mean it. If you stop meaning it, figure out why and fix it, or break up. Trust is important, and once you've broken it, you might never fix it again. Many people believe love is the most important thing in a relationship, but it's not. It's respect. If you don't respect your partner or feel she doesn't respect you, talk about it and fix it, or break up. Otherwise, you will both be miserable. There were a bunch of other pieces of advice I gave him, but that's the general gist. It wasn't all seriousness. We joked around a bit too. I told him this little bit of advice my dad told me a long time ago. You will know when your girlfriend is completely comfortable around you when she is willing to fart in front of you. Don't marry her until that happens. Sage advice, that is. Now, me and my youngest were sitting at my desk having this talk while he was picking out the video games he wanted to buy with his birthday money. My daughter and my oldest son's now ex-girlfriend were on the couch playing video games and listening to us. My daughter occasionally chimed in with her own comments. She's been dating a few years now and had her own bits of advice to give, though her comments were more about how to act on dates, places they can go, and stuff like that. My oldest son's girlfriend hardly spoke at all. In hindsight, that should have been a red flag. She's a talkative extrovert and also a very pleasant and generous young woman. Eventually, my oldest boy came over and dropped off his gift for his little brother. He and his girlfriend stuck around long enough for him to have some cake, and then they left. At this point, I don't know exactly what happened. My daughter managed to get some details from my oldest son's now ex-girlfriend. I got some more from my oldest when he came over to yell at me for breaking up his relationship. Long story short, my oldest wasn't being a good boyfriend. His girlfriend confronted him with some issues they've been having. She felt like he didn't respect her opinions and feelings, and she dumped him. It's that simple. I love all my children with every bit of my heart, even when they are mad at me, and I admit I fucked up. I am to blame for this breakup, but not because of what I said in front of his girlfriend. I fucked up because I didn't drill the advice I gave my youngest into my oldest boy's head when he was younger. He wants me to post this on one of the Am I the Asshole subs, but I'm not going to do that. I admit that I could be a better father, and I can be a real asshole sometimes, but I'm pretty damn sure that even though I could have read the damn room, that wasn't the real problem. Hopefully my oldest son learns from this. And then TLDR. But damn.
I'm going to jump straight to the first comment here because I'm on the same page. Quoted, he wants me to post this. What a strange request. I understand it's for validation, but a son challenging his father about looking for opinions on a forum suggests such a weird dynamic. Yeah. That's odd. Especially Reddit.
Like, well, because I feel like that's a natural, like, he knows, because he heard that conversation too. He knows he fucked up, but he's pivoting that anger away from himself and at somebody else. He wants to blame somebody else other than himself. And
man, I really wish this was an Am I the Asshole, because we could have gotten deep with this.
Yeah. We can still get kind of deep with it, but
yeah, I mean, like, I'm going to reread this first part real quick. First, I would like to say this actually happened on my youngest son's birthday, but today is the day my oldest son confronted me, so here's what happened. After the cake and presents, my youngest son and I were chatting. He's a young teenager, and now that my wife and I feel he is old enough and mature enough, we gave him permission to begin dating. He wanted advice on his future relationships. His mom and I almost never fight, and apparently it was noticeable enough that he asked about it. The conversation began by talking about learning to respect your partner, etc. I can't remember everything they said, but here's some highlights. And then he goes into all of these highlights right here that I feel like we can agree with.
Oh yeah, every single one of those is great.
Yeah, and I'm trying to understand, like, but I guess by context here, the oldest girlfriend was in earshot of all this.
All of them were in earshot.
Well, then it's the oldest fault. I mean, like, granted, I still wouldn't post this on Reddit, but like, this isn't Dad's fault. He was just giving advice.
No, well, Dad does feel guilty because he didn't give that same advice to his oldest. Now, granted, like, it wasn't like this was the talk or anything.
Yeah.
This was the youngest asked and seeked out that advice. So then he gave it. And so the oldest, I don't think ever did, based off of context here. So like there was just like, yeah, you can go ahead and start dating, and then just kind of left him to it, which, is good in some respects, but I think you at least need to kind of lay down those, like, that advice there. I think everybody should learn when they're first starting to date.
100%.
That would make the world a much better place. It would lead to much more successful relationships. It would lead to much less, hopefully, domestic abuse, things like that. And so, I think this is something that should be done. And so maybe that's where OP's coming from and saying that's why he fucked up, is because in hindsight, being 2020, he should have told that to his oldest.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think he's an asshole because of that. Like, sure, you can call that a fuck up if you want to, but
yeah, no, I get that. Like, and coming from the parental side of me, like, that is something I always try to think about, is like giving both of my boys the exact same, parenting. Granted, there's a not a large age gap, but a large enough age gap between them where it's going to be a bit of time between the two before I have certain talks.
Yeah.
But I want both of them to feel like they can come to me for anything, and get the same advice, same sound sage advice on things that I can provide. Yeah, I mean, this is, if nothing else, this is a learning opportunity for your oldest, because it's kind of trial by fire. Like, you're going to learn exactly how people want to be treated.
Yeah.
In the hardest of ways. And unfortunately, like, when I kind of started my journey of, I love to have a girlfriend. Like, Sam, this, I didn't exactly have the most supporting cast.
Yeah.
So I can definitely understand the oldest's mentality here, where it's like, you can't be mad at your parent for that. Like, you can be a little upset, but like, allow your parent to try and fix that, is my opinion.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, this guy doesn't sound like a bad person. He's regretting ever not having that conversation, but it's a great time for you to change that. Like, it's never too late. Remember that, y'all. It's never too late. So just a thought on that.
Yep. So you already did the first comment. Second one here is, I'm no father, but I'm a brother. And I'm going to tell you right now, some kids never learn. They will live their life with the same problem repeating over and over, and it's going to be everyone else's fault. Which hopefully that's not the case with Opie's oldest there.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah.
Kind of true.
Yeah. That's, can lead a horse to water.
Yep. That's why have I heard that same fucking quote like 4 times this week?
I feel like I've been saying it like 4 times this week, 4 or 5 times too, for different other things. But
we're gonna wrap this shit up.
Yep.
This has been your ultra deep TIFU. Hope you
Rare to get a
enjoyed.
very serious one like this, but sometimes it's what life is.
Sometimes it slides in.
Yep.
Shout out to homie in story number 2. All jokes aside, let us know your comments down below. All your thoughts on all these stories. We'd love to read the feedback. And if you have nothing else to say, drop your favorite emote. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see y'all on Saturday.
Bye.
Later.